Welcome back to another episode of Orlando Weekly Recap, where we're going to be recapping what happened in Orlando over the past week, or again, weeks. And again, like last week, we're starting with Horizon West. We're talking about this Tampa apartment developer known as Second Wave. Nice name. They're looking to refine or really finish up their finishing touches on the 97.5 acre parcel in Horizon West in Village I, right off Avalon, adjacent to the new construction community known as Osprey Ranch by KHov. And so this is pretty interesting because I know there is going to be a lot of mixed reactions on this, probably more skewed towards the negative side, but I'm gonna be optimistic and let me know in the comments what you guys think. But the plans right now in terms of submittal is for a 516 unit apartment building, 196 townhomes for rent, and also 47,000 square feet of commercial space, among many other things that could happen in that space. The senior vice president hinted at it possibly being a daycare, which I think would be an amazing thing for the area actually. But in terms of more apartments, more renting in the Horizon West area, I would really be curious to know what you guys think of that. I believe multifamily development will increase more and more over this year in Orlando for 2023. If you look back at some of the top sales for 2022, apartment buildings made up a lot of them. And so this is a very lucrative space. And when you think of the population growth, how many people are still moving to Orlando, migration is still relatively strong for Orlando. Maybe not as much in COVID. I'm pretty sure I just slurred those words, so let me slow down. Maybe not as much as when we were in COVID, but there's still a lot of people moving here constantly, and rents, when you think of where they're moving from, are much higher than what they are here in Orlando. But I can understand how this creates a burden on people that already live here. There's certainly a longer discussion that could be and really should be happening in regards to multifamily development going up and infrastructure to support it as well. And for now, let's just argue in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. Eventually, I'll be able to interview some of our local city officials. How about that? So on to story number 2. All right, so story number 2, and this one is extremely interesting before the grand finale, the last story, but this one is just sort of really cool. And so, have you ever been out buying yourself a glass of wine and really thought to yourself at the same time, like, hey, I want to be philanthropic today? If you have, you now have the opportunity to, or soon will, with this new business concept coming to Central Florida known as the Good Pour Marketplace. And essentially, the business model is you can come in, you buy yourself a glass of wine, but part of your proceeds go to the charity of your choice. And they're saying there's no catch, no gotcha moment. There is nothing you have to do in return. You're simply just purchasing a product like you would anywhere else. And about 6.5 to 8% of every purchase, they say, will go to the nonprofit of your choosing, which is pretty interesting. I like it. And what's really cool though is that they're also taking the brand of Good Pour and bringing it to local mom and pops that maybe aren't attracting clientele, and they're essentially having them come under the umbrella of Good Pour and still be able to run that business. But it is now with the rebranding and renovations. They're doing that in Winter Garden right off Marsh Road with a local mom and pop shop already, and they're planning to open up in Oviedo, Gainesville, and also Horizon West later this year. So let me know what you think of that. That is pretty cool. And now we're going on to story number 3. All right, so for story number 3, this is not really a new story. This has been around for about 4 years now in terms of news, and I haven't talked about it yet, and I haven't seen anybody else talk about it. And so I'm going to talk about it today, and that is the massive 215 acre public park. Insane. 215, 1/3 the size of Central Park, hence the reference of New York City. There really hasn't been much movement on this project as of yet. It is supposed to roll out in 5 phases, of which phase 1 has already secured funding according to horizonwestinfo.com. Shout out to them. And that is purely mostly for infrastructure to really accommodate the craziness that is this public park. I think this is a huge win for West Orange County and a massive value add for living in Horizon West, but I just don't want to talk about it. I'll list off, and thankfully Horizon West Happenings has this amazing graphic, and I can tell you exactly all the amazing things that are going to be in this park. I honestly can't remember all the stuff, so we are going to use our iPhone today. And so we have a community center that's going to have indoor recreation, community space, indoor outdoor performance area, a potential YMCA, which would be an amazing thing, potential library. You're going to have paved parking, grassed, unpaved parking. We all need parking. We got to park somewhere, right? And then we're also going to have a playground, natural play features, dog park, tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts, outdoor classroom, a new dock, splash pads, multi-purpose fields. We're also going to have basketball, softball, disc golf, obviously restrooms. We need to pee sometimes. And then we're also going to have outdoor event space, open lawn, community events, movie nights. I mean, the list goes on and on. This is going to be a crazy project. Even if you're not buying in Horizon West, this is such a really cool project to look forward to. I can't wait to see how this thing, that's massive. 1/3 of Central Park is massive, and it's going to be a really cool thing to see in the future. But if you are by chance just curious, if you're looking to buy in Orlando, looking to buy or sell a home here, I'd love to partner with you as your real estate agent. So you can reach out to me by email, info@orlandowithmario.com, and I'll be happy to get a process started with you. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. If you liked it, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Follow me over on Instagram @orlandowithmario. Thanks. See you again soon. Maybe later.